Hello everybody, this is Spartacus, and welcome back to another challenge of mine. Now, this one's pretty special to me because this is actually my first ever challenge with a commentary, so I hope you enjoy it. Now, recently I hit the 10 subscribers, so I guess this is a 10 subscriber special. And alright. Let's begin. So today I'm actually doing a really special challenge for me. It was one of my favorites, and it's called, as I like to call it, the the whole world's an exit challenge. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, why is the entire world an exit to you? Well, because in this challenge there's six exits. Yeah, so basically, yes, I'll be defending six exits. Um, Now we're probably wondering, well, where are those exits, Caracas? Where are they? Well, you see, this challenge is a combination of two other challenges I recently did. One is the third exit challenge, which adds a third exit right here on the top left, meaning if enemies go through it and pop on the other side, that means I leaked, and we don't want that to happen. And the second challenge is the Whirlpool Challenge, as I like to call it, and basically all of these entrances to the pool, so this, and this, yeah, they're also exits. So we have the three whirlpool exits, the third exit, and we have the two original exits of the level. That makes six exits. So yeah, this is gonna get a bit crazy, but well, I did it. Let's see how I did it. Alright, we start with the your average Ironhide unskippable cutscene. I personally don't mind them, but yeah, after a while they get annoying. Yep. Ignore me dancing with my cursor. I like to do that. Alright. Now, first thing you may notice is I didn't build any towers, I just straight went in with my dragons. That's because I actually am trying to save gold, and I'm not building any towers because Abominator is just gonna munch on them and they're gonna cost a lot. So, instead, I'm just relying on my dragons to do all my work, to hopefully save some money in the long run. Speaking of heroes, I picked Cosmere and Lumineer. They're actually a really good combo. One of my favorite dragon combos, actually, because they're really strong. Cosmere has insane crowd control, meanwhile Lumi, as I like to call her, she has really good single target damage. Plus, she pairs good with my reinforcements because she can boost their armor and make them survive longer against like killer tiles, for example, or even hydras for that matter. Anyways, we've got killer tiles coming in. They're not too big of a deal. On the other hand, we have gators on the other side, and remember, this level has 6 exits, so I actually fear those gators more than the killer tiles on the other side. Ooh, that was actually really unfortunate, that insta-kill in the sword. Yeah, that sucks actually, I hate when that happens, but oh well. You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, I'm actually, as you can see, completely ignoring those killer tiles until I kill all those gators, because I don't want any of them passing by accident. And now, well, we're already moving on to wave 3. Still not building any towers. Because Abominator, I believe he attacks on wave 2 and then on wave 3. So by not building anything, I'm essentially saving 440 gold, which is actually insane. That's a lot of gold. Alright. Now this wave's pretty scary too. We got a lot of gators coming in, and we also have a quick feed coming in from the whirlpool. So yeah, some of them carry chicken. We don't want killer tiles right at our exit. So I believe I will spawn cam them. Oh yes, here they come. Here they come. But I believe I get my reinforcements just in time. Yes, yes. Block that dude just in time. Good. That's really good. That was a bit unfortunate, the prismatic shards. Could have saved that on those crocs. But I'll just use my as War Champion would say. Too bad I'm not using Kratoa. And on the start of wave 4 I finally built my first tower. Now, I could have greeted more, because Abominator is gonna eat another tower on wave 5, but if you just wait long enough, you can actually skip it and build it right after like the check happens. But I wasn't gonna risk it because he does that as soon as the flyers come in. And I didn't want to risk it. Like, if I start building the tower too late, they're just gonna pass through the whirlpool, and that's a game error. Yes, you heard that right. Flyers also count towards the leaking in the whirlpool. So, yeah, we have flyers on the left side, which have basically 5 meters of path. Also, forgot to mention, Abominator also counts towards this, so if he makes to the other side, to the left exit, as I like to call it, it's immediate game over. I'm trying to do this no lives lost, obviously, that's just my style. Anyways, you may have noticed I built a Grim Wraiths tower here. That's because I'm preparing for the 5th wave. Yeah, here we go, Winged Crocs. We want those Cannoneers on that side. Alright, clear those Crocs. Let's move those Dragons, and I'm gonna wait a bit to get my reinforcements and start the wave early. To have 3 pairs of reinforcements, actually. Yeah, there we go. 3 reinforcements. Okay, now it's 2. Now I get Lumi nearby to get some extra damage. Here I tried to be smart and try to save some extra gold, but unfortunately my timing just completely sucks. That was really bad. It's actually possible if you're wondering, but you have to be like... You have to time it like really well. Also, that was a beautiful sword. Like, did you see that? She targeted the stronger dude and stunned both of them. That was really, really good. We're actually dealing with these guys pretty well. Now here comes the Croc, so I believe I use my Crystal Avalanche. There we go, boom. Beautiful cleanup. Now I believe here I almost throw the entire run, because I started building the Battle Brewmaster for the Croc Hinders, and you saw that? You saw that, the Winged Croc? He almost passed through. If those killer tiles were like a second faster, I would have lost probably, because they would have distracted the Cannoneers. That would have been bad. Alright, so this wave is pretty scary actually when you think about it, because those Crowkinders basically have 10 meters of path. But that's why I picked Battle Brewmaster, because I believe a tier 4 Battle Brewmaster with 1 dark hero actually one-shots the Crowkinders. Now that was a little mistake I did there with Cosmere. I should have saved the Prismatic Shards for the second Crowkinder wave from the Whirlpool, because now, as you can see, they're attacking simultaneously. And that's actually really bad, because it, I doubt that Battle Brewmaster can deal with them at the same time. But we survived, so that's all that matters. Now I'm preparing for the 7th wave. We got Tangzards, dude. Okay. Yeah, Tangzards. This is an extremely, like, terrifying enemy. Because remember, if they start rolling, you're immediately losing a lot of path. And they don't, it's not an exit. They don't have safe nodes on the 3rd exit. So, like, oh, if you get me to roll, I'm just gonna roll in and ruin your run. Yep, here comes one. Here comes the big guy. But I'm like, oh, here they come. You're rolling. And we also have Wise Crocs in this one. This one's scary too, like they spawn right on the 3rd exit, which is terrifying. We also have some at the bottom, but that is why I maxed out the Grim Raves. To deal with them, plus I'm also preparing for the Hydras on Wave 9. Because in my opinion, Grim Raves are actually an amazing way to deal with Hydras as a stuff. That, by the way, did you see that sword? That was that was a lifesaver. I completely missed that Wise Croc, and Lumi just comes in and clutch, stunning and helping the Battle Brewmaster to kill him. That was amazing. Holy smokes. Yeah, if you haven't noticed it, I'm playing a bit sloppy, but I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I think that's fine. I think mistakes just make the challenge more fun for you guys to watch. Okay, we're moving on actually a really scary wave. We have 2 killer tiles on the right, they're gonna go towards the whirlpool. We have a lot of killer tiles at the left who are gonna be distracting our cannoneers. We have flyers on the left, which have, again, no path. And we have Lizard Shot at the bottom. A lot of paths, a lot of strong enemies coming from all sides at us. It's actually a really hard wave to defend, but I did eventually find a solution to this. Grim Raves to deal with the 2 killer tiles. Surprisingly, they did really well. I still had to give them some help with Lumi's hero spell, but eventually they did it. Cosmere to deal with the Lizard Shot because, again, amazing crowd control. This got scary, look at that, the killer tiles actually did distract my cannoneers, but luckily Cosmere's hero spell saved the day. That was scary. Again, this is why this is such a scary wave. That is the 2nd time the Battle Brewmaster got destroyed. Yikes. Okay. There's another Lizard Shot wave. Again, Prismatic Shards. OP, OP, my favorite skill. They're so good. And here I begin to prepare for the Hydra wave. I believe it's gonna start now. Yeah, there we go. So I moved the cannoneers there. I moved both of my dragons there. Because there's gonna be Lizard Shot coming in. Grim Raves go there to distract the Hydras. I could have probably teleported the Arcane Wizard also, but I mean, Hydras have high magic resistance, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I believe I moved Cosmere to deal with the Wise Crocs. Oh no, I just leave him there for the Lizard Shot. Oh, I actually got a Brewmaster to deal with the Hydras. That was smart of me. Yeah, it's good job, Hierarchy. That was very smart, I think. Alright, alright. Look at that! The Hydra just got melted. Boom. It's already with 3 heads. Now, a bit unfortunately, those Wise Crocs did manage to make to my towers and actually stun some of them, which really sucks. But, I mean, the Hydra's already it's already dead. I can actually focus my reinforcements on the Lizard Shot, which is great. And the Hydra, it's down. Oh yeah, I moved both of my dragons to deal with the Wisecrocks. Wisecrocks are super annoying actually. I hate them. They have so little health, but they're so annoying to this campaign. Jesus. Alright, now I actually must rush to kill this Hydra to prepare for the next wave, because we're gonna have 5 nesting gators as you can see, and we're also gonna have a lot, and I do mean a lot of Crokinders coming from the Whirlpool. Some of them will be running to the bottom exit, which is why I put my Cannoneers right there for both the Hydra wave and the next wave. And I believe, yes, I'm gonna be swapping the Battle Brewmaster back into that spot because there's gonna be Crokinders coming also towards the third exit. Unfortunately, I can't get my Grim Raves there to block the nesting gators, but I have reinforcements for you. Oh, here we go. Here comes the Crokinders. But again, Cannoneer squad, best tower in the game. One shots them. Amazing tower. You should get the DLC just for them. I don't care if the Colossal Warfare was good or bad. I personally liked it, but if you don't want to buy it, at least buy it just for the tower. And Krakoa actually. Krakoa is amazing too. They're so good. Yeah, here comes the massive wave of Crokinders. But again, Battle Brewmaster OP and Cosmere. And we're actually... Oh, that was scary. Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't underestimate those Crokinders. They can actually get pretty far if you ignore them. Now, this wave's actually also really scary, because we have killer tiles coming from the left that go towards the Whirlpool, which is like, yikes. They're super strong, and they have no path. And I can't use my Cannoneers to deal with them because we have flyers on this wave. Now, I probably should have gotten Lumi to come nearby and boost my reinforcements with some extra armor. But unfortunately, I didn't think about that. Still, Cosmere's super just wiped them out. Yeah, there we go. All 3 of them dead. But I believe we'll have more soon. Okay. Dealing pretty well with the flyers. Oh, here we go. Here's the next wave of killer tiles. And oh yeah, they're yeah, they're dying really fast. Got a pretty solid defense. Arcane Wizard's helping out a lot. Yeah, with the right preparation, this wave's not scary at all. Now, I believe the second Hydra wave is coming up, but we also have Tangzards and Gators coming in from the left. So they're actually splitting our defense with some pretty scary dudes here. I'll be forced to split my dragons, I think. Oh yeah, this I also, if you haven't noticed it, I brought in Bog Hermit with me as my 5th tower, and it's actually a really important tower for another wave, which is will be coming soon. Not this wave, the next one actually, wave 13. I'll explain once it comes. Yes, Lumi to deal with to boost my troops and deal with the lizard shot. Oh, I have a shit ton of gold. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. I have a ton of gold, and it's time to buy some Bog Hermits. Beautiful insta-kill on that Tangzard. It was really nice. Yep. Prismatic shards on the lizard shot for some extra juicy damage. And we come back for that cluster of Crocs. Wow, I had to use my Cosmere. Oh no. Oh, that was bad. That was so bad. No, the insta-kill. Block Hermit, please. Oh, yes, nice. The Bog Hermit saved the day. That was a sad insta-kill on that arcane. No. And yeah, I have to go back to that Hydra side because we're actually... Our choke point's being broken. And we still have an entire two-headed Hydra to deal with. Plus a bunch of lizard shot harassing us from the back. And here comes another, like, really scary wave. We have tank zards coming from two sides, we have flyers coming from both sides. But this is actually where the Bog Hermit comes in. Now I am panicking a lot here. First of all, you see that killer tile? Yeah, he's one of the reasons why this wave is like extremely terrifying, because he's like super strong, and because the cannoneers are focused on my wing crocs, he might just start distracting though. Now this is, look at this, you see that flying croc, he almost reached the exit. This is why exactly this wave is absolutely terrifying. We have Wise Crocs, as you may have noticed, coming from the Whirlpool, and not only do they block my Arcane Tower, they also might survive all the other towers and actually leak through the third exit. This is exactly how I lost one of my attempts, because I leaked a no-life Wise Croc on the third exit. It was really sad. Like, he was one hit away and he blocked the Battle Brewmasters instead of the Cannoneer squad. And he also, as you can see, that one winged proc contributed to almost leaking a winged proc. Yeah, it was a rough way. Now, I didn't explain the Bog Hermit, why it was so important. So, you see that Bog Hermit, yeah, the one that I just swapped to Magic. He's actually really important because his insta-kill is short enough to actually kill the tank zards that are coming in at the right side, because again, they're super tough enemies, and if they reach the cannoneers, they're just gonna get blocked, and well, there's nothing. I'll have nothing to kill the winged crocs, and I'll just be a goner because they're gonna reach the Whirlpool. So, Bog Hermit coming in clutch. Now, you may have noticed on this wave, I focused all my firepower on the left side because, well, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to repeat myself. We have some cannoneers at the very bottom to deal with the Crowkinders at the bottom. And so far, this wave actually isn't looking so bad. Yeah, we're like insta-killing everything. This is great. Was a sad insta-kill on that Bog Hermit. Single Crowkinder. Now I believe there's a big chunk of Crowkinders coming in, once again actually, to the third exit from the Whirlpool. Yes, here it is. It's pretty scary, these guys are. Really scary, actually. But again, I throw in everything. They're both of my dragons. Sure, I brought in the cannoneers also, but I thought something else was gonna come from the entrances. You can't. Have to be safe. Yeah, we're actually moving on to the last one. We have flyers, we have Wise Crocs, and here I make a bit of a mistake actually. I should have left those Grim Wraiths up there. Deal with the Wise Crocs so they don't get distracted. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I instead used the other Grim Wraiths I built a long time ago to deal with the Hydra. Now, this actually got me wondering, as I'm rebuilding this tower, does the Arcane Wizard buff actually affect the Ethan Towers? Wow, I just rebuilt it, that was sad. Screw you, Abominator. Yeah, I'm actually wondering whether the destroyed buildings still receive the buff. It doesn't seem so, because it didn't have the buff once I rebuilt it, and it's only received it. So maybe not, that's actually interesting, I might need to check that out. Now, we're actually dealing pretty well with the Flying Crocs. Wise Crocs are not posing a threat at all. The Hydras were getting pretty far, but I'm ignoring them for now because the Flyers are still this scared. But I have my teleports in case they get too far. So yeah, and I believe that's it for the Flyers. I'm still keeping my Cannoneers in there for safety. Now, let's get my dragons in the fight. The reason I'm keeping them so far is because when Abominator spawns, they may get crushed by the stones. And I don't want that, I want my dragons alive and well. This Hydra's being absolutely demolished. Yeah. Get those Cannoneers up there. And this Hydra's dead. Goodbye, Hydra. Now, we got the boss. Abominator. Now remember, Abominator also cannot leak through the third exit. So, he has only half the path. He usually has to go. Plus, he also spits Crowkinders, which also cannot leak. So yeah, this boss is actually way more scary than he may seem to be. Now, I backed off my Cannoneers in case I start leaking from those Lizard Shot and other things that are gonna be coming. Gonna buy a bad batch. Which was a bad idea because I can't rebuy the Cannoneer squad. Oh, the Abominator is already growing, so we're actually doing a pretty good job here. Now, you may notice I'm actually I've put Cosmere in a really peculiar position, not right above the path, just slightly next to it, and that's because I don't want him to trigger his prismatic shards on like some random lizard shot. Because I'm saving them for Crowkinders in case he spits them out. Wow, that was fast! Bro barely stayed in that phase. Yeah, that was a beautiful Undying Dread. We slowed him down, keeping him as far away from the third exit as possible. Not leaking any minions, which is also good. So far, this boss battle, sorry. Oh! Here come the Crowkinders. But that's what I was saying, good Cosmere for. Boom. Beautiful. Again, I'm putting him above the towers just to not waste the ability. Now, this is actually pretty scary. The reason I'm putting my reinforcements up there is because we're gonna have killer tiles coming up there, and I don't want them blocking my Cannoneer squad. Well, also, did you see that? Lumi stunned the Abominator on... Oh my god, yes, Abominator makes his final attempt to stop me from my imminent victory. But that actually scared me. I threw all my dragons there. But it's over for him. Lumi actually stunned the Abominator if you saw, but he still ate my tower. And he goes down. GG. All the Worlds and Exit challenge has been complete. It was a really fun challenge, actually. I really enjoyed it. Actually, makes me wonder if I could use another set of towers and heroes. if it's possible. Because I used some pretty OP stuff in this one. I used Cannoneers, I used Cosmere and Luminaire. I used Bog Hermit, but Bog Hermit was kind of a necessity. Grim Wraiths saved a lot of money. Yeah, it was a pretty fun challenge actually, and I really hope you enjoyed watching it as well as my first ever commentary. I'm sorry if it was like my voice was a bit shaky and I didn't know what to say. I was a bit nervous for this. Well, not a bit actually, a lot. Yeah, I had a lot of fun actually, and I hope you did too. So, I hope you enjoyed my challenge. I hope you enjoyed my commentary, and I'll see you on the next episode. Or video, I guess. Another commentary video if I ever make one. Ciao for now, and subscribe, like the video, and bye.